Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Blue Chelsea TV. Latest Chelsea injury news with a number of concerns at the forefront of Mauricio Pochettino's mind ahead today's clash against Luton. Mauricio Pochettino has two fresh injury concerns and one possible return ahead of the Premier League clash against Luton Town. The Blues' injury issues appeared to be lessening with the return of Christopher Nkunku and Romeo Lavia, although more problems have arisen since their debuts. One of those involves Lavia, with Pochettino revealing he had picked up a knock against Crystal Palace and he was therefore worried about his availability. Mudryk is also a major doubt and Enzo Fernandez looks unlikely to make an appearance in the matchday squad, having only just returned to training. The Blues will need to be at their best to get anything out of the trip to Kenilworth Road, and having Cole Palmer and Raheem Sterling back available will be a significant boost to achieving that. With that said, we take a look at the latest Chelsea injury news ahead of this afternoon's clash. If you're enjoying the content and finding value in what you're seeing, don't forget to hit that subscribe button below. By subscribing, you'll be the first to know about all the exciting videos we're going to share. Romeo Lavia. Lavia has been nursing an ankle issue since he arrived at Stamford Bridge, and he's managed to make the squad over the last two matches. The Belgian international made his debut against Crystal Palace, coming as a huge boost, but there appears to be new concerns after facing the Eagles. What Pochettino said: "We need to assess Mudryk and then Romeo Lavia also. He feels some issue. We need to check and hope it's not bad. I'm a little bit worried." I don't know, because if you were watching the game against Crystal Palace, you cannot appreciate I was changing the position with Lavia at the end because he was struggling to run. We will see what is going on. Possible return date unknown. Mykhailo Mudryk. The Ukrainian found another goal for the Blues to give them the lead against Palace, but was subbed off in the second half after picking up a knock following a heavy challenge. He stayed down, but it was unclear whether the substitution was pre-planned and a coincidence or not. Mudryk has also been captured in action at Cobham ahead of Saturday's clash. Possible return date: Luton Town, December 30th, 2023. Enzo Fernandez. The Argentine was replaced by Armando Broja after only half an hour in the Carabao Cup quarter-final against Newcastle last week. Fernandez headed straight down the tunnel before he was spotted crying at full-time. It has since been revealed that he is nursing a hernia. Pochettino has also confirmed he will not be ready in time to face Luton, although he was spotted in Chelsea training on Friday. What Pochettino said: "No Enzo, no. Possible return date unknown." Leslie Ugachukwu. Ugachukwu started against Wolves on Christmas Eve but was subbed off after injuring his hamstring. He missed out against Crystal Palace and now looks to be out for the quick turnaround against Luton. What Pochettino has said: "With Leslie, we will assess him tomorrow, but I think he felt his hamstring again. I said in the press conference it is important how we reintroduce players, but we were forced because of the problem with Moises Caicedo to play Leslie." Possible return date unknown. Ben Chilwell. Chilwell suffered a knock toward the end of Chelsea's clash with Brighton in the Carabao Cup at the end of September. Unfortunately for the Blues defender, the club quickly realized that the muscle issue was worse than first thought, but he now appears to be nearing a return to fitness. What Pochettino said: Chile and Fofana, who maybe need more time. Possible return date: 2024. Reece James. After only recently returning from the treatment room, James is back on the sidelines with another hamstring injury which he suffered against Everton. What Pochettino has said: "I think he feels well. We were talking and he has started his recovery. He is one day closer to being with the group. This is really positive. We are all positive around him. We are going to help, involved in this way." It is always tough for a player with a very complicated, difficult season for him. Now is the process to start to recover. One day less until he is part of the group, and we are going to take in a positive way, because the most important thing is to start to solve the problem and, of course, helping him to be strong, being positive. It is an important thing, and that is why this amazing institute that the club has to support, in that case for Reece to be in his best form and recover as soon as possible. Possible return date, March/April 2024. Robert Sanchez. The goalkeeper suffered a knee injury in the defeat to Manchester United but was past fit to feature against Everton. However, after going down injured in the second half, Sanchez aggravated the injury and was taken off, eventually replaced by George Petrovic. What Pochettino said: "I think always when you suffer an injury, and he was our #1 goalkeeper so far, always a player you are going to miss. I think we have another goalkeeper who is working really hard to be ready when this type of thing happens. It is an injury that's going to be for a few weeks, I don't know if 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. We will assess day by day to know how to follow it. His recovery will depend on him and the reaction of his knee, and it is difficult to say in 2 or 3 weeks, but we hope he is back as soon as possible." Possible return date, January 2024. Marc Cucurella. The left-back provided an update on his injury via social media last week, with 2 photos showing off the cast on his left ankle. Cucurella now seems to be walking on crutches as he, slowly but surely, steps up his rehabilitation. What Cucurella said: "Time to come back stronger." Possible return date, unknown. Trevoh Chalobah. Chalobah has been nursing a thigh injury and is still yet to feature for Chelsea this season. He has now returned to training on the grass, but not with his teammates yet, it seems. Noni Madueke has now dropped a hint that Chalobah may be close to returning, with an Instagram story showing the defender individually working on the grass with the ball. What Pochettino said: "Not applicable." Possible return date, unknown. Carney Chukwuemeka. Chukwuemeka picked up a knock ahead of the game with Arsenal and then made the bench against Burnley, but the midfielder was hit with another setback. He has been struggling with a knee problem which he suffered against West Ham United earlier in the campaign. What Pochettino said: "Not applicable." Possible return date, unknown. Wesley Fofana. Fofana is set to miss most of the season after rupturing his ACL in pre-season training. In spite of this, he's returned to training on the pitches at Cobham. What Pochettino has said: Chilean Fofana, who maybe needs more time. Possible return date, April 2024. Thank you for tuning in to Blue Chelsea TV. We hope you enjoyed the latest match highlights and exclusive content. Don't forget to show your support by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Stay connected with us on social media for behind-the-scenes updates and more. For additional Blue Chelsea action, check out our recommended videos on the screen now. Join our vibrant community of fellow Blues fans, and until next time, keep the blue flag flying high. Blue Chelsea TV, where the passion for Chelsea comes to life. See you in the next episode.